Okay, now we go to plant reproduction. So all the video we try to limit it to 5 minutes. So you are learning something within these 5 minutes. Alright, for reproduction in plants, we have male parts and female parts. So male parts, we call it anther and filament. Anther is the one that produce pollen grain. Filament is the one that support and hold the anther up. So these are the male parts, A and F. Okay. Then female parts we got 4, namely as stigma that receive the pollen grain, style that connects the stigma to the ovary, then followed by the ovary and the ovule. So something that you need to take note of is MCQ they like to test you. After fertilization has taken place, the ovary will develop into fruit, whereas ovule will develop into seeds. Something you have to know. Okay, then the 4 processes: germination, pollination, fertilization, and seed dispersal is a cycle. The main 4 processes in plant reproduction. Okay, and this is the second part that's very important in plant reproduction. So there are total 3 parts. This is the second part where we talk about animal pollination and wing pollination. The third part is about seed dispersal. So for these two, you need to know the characteristics. Let's say for animal pollination. Okay, we mentioned the class. So flowers are usually large, bright color. Center means got smell. So the smell to actually to attract the pollinators to come over. And then anther do not have to hand out the flower because the pollinator will come over and get the pollen grain stick onto their body, and then they fly to another flower. This is how pollination taken place. Okay, and nectar is present for animal pollinated, and stigma is sticky to stay onto the insect or bird when they brush past. For wing pollination, flowers are usually small, dull in color, and no scent, and anther hand out of the flower, so that when wind blow, pollen grain can be carried away easily. And stigma is feathery to increase the chance of catching pollen grain carried by the wing. Nectar is absent because it's pollinated by wing, not by insect. Okay, so these 2 differences you need to know. Okay, so what happens is that when the pollen grain is actually at the stigma, the pollen grain will develop into a pollen tube. Okay, and enter into the ovary, into the ovule. Then in the end, the male reproductive cell will fuses with the female reproductive cell. This is what we call fertilization. Okay, like what I mentioned, the ovary will develop into a fruit. The ovule become the seed after the fertilization taken place. Okay, last part, the most important, seed dispersal. We always have to test you on this. Please make sure you know about why it's important for seeds to disperse further away from the parent plant. So you prevent overcrowding and to reduce competition for water, nutrients, light, and space. Don't mention about air. I think there are a couple of you in your homework you mentioned about air. As I mentioned in the class, air is abundant. You don't need to fight for air inside the classroom. You fight for space. You need some space, some privacy with each other. So water, nutrients, light, and space. Don't write about air in the exam. So for these 4 dispersal, okay, we already go through this in a class. You need to know the dispersal pattern. Let's say over here, when the wind blow in this direction, the seeds are usually dispersed in the direction of wind. You can see all the seeds are dispersed in the direction of wind. So this is called seed dispersal by wind. If you see that there's a water, there's a river, and then the water direction is moving in this direction, and the seeds are dispersed along the river bank in the direction of the downstream, we will say that most likely is dispersed by water. Okay, splitting action quite obvious. The seeds are all clustered. Okay, clustered near the parent plant. They are all around the parent plant because they can't travel much using the splitting action. And lastly, by animals, is all randomly motion. Okay, randomly. You can see all the seeds are dispersed randomly. Okay, so that's for plant reproduction. Just nice within 5 minutes.